I'm a reviewer, so let the reviews be joined. Hello again everyone, your friend Dinobot here for another video review for you. As you can see, we're going to look at Transformers Combiner Wars Voyager class Silverbolt. The last of the, or last basically for this wave of the aerial bots for this series, or this wave like I said. But as before, we're going to look at his accessories first. And first off, well, we have his card here. Nice, very nice image. Again, I'm going to one of these at some point. I will find out who is doing the art for these cards. I'm not sure if this Silverbolt is actually the one from the game of Transformers Legends or not, but it more than likely is. But again, very nice artwork. I would love to know who does the art for these, and I want to find out. Also, here we got the instruction sheet. Again, the art and detail on this one, as with the others, is very, very good. I'm very impressed with this. I have to admit, these are great improvement from the previous ones. And he also has his big gun. Very good size. Though it is a dual weapon here, it actually comes apart here, and you have this basically like a shield piece here, and you have the main barrel for another type of gun if you wanted to, which you can just pop these back together without a problem. And you know, it looks very G1-esque for the Superion gun, because if you remember from the original G1, Silverbolt came with the Superion's gun, which he also used himself, though I never understood that, the fact of that, how he would carry such a big gun. I mean, I thought, well, maybe when he combines, maybe the gun grows itself for Superion to hold, or one of the other big Gustavs like their weapon to hold. But we'll set this aside for a moment, and we'll look at Silverbolt himself. Silverbolt, being the Concorde basically jet he is very, very well done. I love the detail of the yellow along the sides, because you can actually see the little windows basically through it. Same up here. But you got that. You have the white, you have the yellow, of course you have the black, and you have the red and some silver. Actually had some lighter black back in here for the engines and stuff. But as most people complain about, you know, he looks great from the top, but when you flip him over, yeah, he does have a lot of bot to him. You do see basically a robot basically hooked up to the bottom of a jet. And I will state again, as in my previous videos with Firefly and Skydive, I would love to see a third-party company, or even some other company, Hasbro, anybody, come out with just a little piece of plastic that you can have the bottom of it look like jet parts and stuff. You even have, basically, you could have landing gear designed for it they'll work with them. And you just take it and you just pop it right over this. It would give that little distinction for it. But you don't even really, honestly, for the Silverbolt, you don't have to have that much for him. Just enough, basically, you could actually cut it off here and just flip it around there, just to cover up the main body here a bit. But he does have his own landing gear, which is right here. None of the wheels actually do move. They're here, and they're articulated here, but they're not really wheels. So, I mean, there's that. Also, here on the front is rubber. This piece of nose cones front is rubber, and you can also articulate it a little bit like that, because in the original, you know, when this thing was actually flying, this is how it would fly. It would have the nose cone down, and it fly at its super fast speed at the time. Well, just the way it was designed. I'm not sure how that worked, but you know, maybe it was somewhat aerodynamic or whatnot. I don't know. Maybe, you know, when it's like this, the air flows through the plane itself, giving it a little bit less wind resistance or something. I don't know. But enough of that. Let's look a little bit more, because a couple of things you can do with this big gun. He does have a couple of ports you can peg it into. You can peg it on, you know, here if you really wanted to, which kind of looks weird on that way. And you can You can kind of get it into his fists a little bit, but if you took it off, or you actually stick it that way, which this ain't too bad. I mean, really, if you lost this, it probably would look pretty good if it had another one of them on this side as well, though it is kind of loose. And lastly, you can also peg it in right here, right in the front, and have the big cannon like that, which this kind of reminds me of the Leader Jetfire, having the same big cannon up on the front as well. But you know, that's just for that. And once again, I would suggest about the Perfect Effects set that's coming out. That's going to have a lot of some assorted weaponry for these guys. Plus, those weapons are supposed to flip or combine together to form the new feet and the new hands for Superion, and for the ones for Minosaur. The Superion set, of course, is going to be black, and the Minosaur is going to be purple. So it's a pretty cool little mix there. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and transform him into his robot form, because unlike the other ones, aside from jet mode, robot form, and he has got the bot form or Superion form, that's basically a triple changer mode there. But we'll go into his first mode of his robot form. One of the best ways to do so is you first flip this down. Go ahead and fold this back up. You can go ahead and unpeg the wings here, fold them up as well. You turn it over to this side, straighten the arms basically out off the ratchet joints. The same here. Here you can unpeg, because these are actually pegged into the side here of the back of the plane, which is really nice. That's one thing I really like about these guys. They peg in really well in all shape and form. You'll straighten leg out and turn it at the same time. You can, well, you have to clear this point first, but you can, right here is the foot. You just pull it out, and you have the back piece here, which is the heel. Bring that out, and then you go ahead and flip this panel over to cover that up, and you'll do so the same on this side, which I'll turn like so, turn it this way, pull out the foot, pull out the heel, and then just flip that down, straighten that out, and you just straighten them up, bring these down, straighten them up for his arms, and then right up here you will pull, oops, I think I just popped the piece I was trying not to do in. You pull this panel down, flip this around, and there we have his head. You turn it around and then just flip it right back up, which I'm going to try to see if I can pop it loose again. There we go. And I apologize for this being loose like that. There's a reason for that, but you just peg that back together. And there we have Silverbolt in his robot form. Very nice design. I love a lot of this on here, because if you have a G1 Silverbolt, he does have a lot of his original parts from the G1 series of, when he's combined with Silverbolt. This basically here is homage to that, where this is basically his waist area. You have you also have the head and the chest piece. All that is built into the bot himself. So that's a great way to show that off. But we'll go right into articulation on him. He does like the others. He has his head's on a ball joint. It can spin around, though it is a little hindered by the pieces here. Shoulder joints, great ratchets right here. They go all the way around and bend up and down this way. You got the elbow, and it does have a little bit of articulation in this general area where you can rotate that like so. There's no real wrist articulation, though the wrist, you can do that with it as well. But that's also part of the transformation for his super mode, or Superion mode. Here in the legs, he does have, I'll slide these arms out of the way just to get better. He has the ratchet joints there, and they can go out this way. And it also has the bit right there to turn all the way around. And he's got another joint there in the knee as well. He does have just a little bit here in the foot and a little heel action as well from the transformation that you could use if you really wanted to. A lot of people are complaining about these pieces here and right here in the shin or hip area being stuck out, but that does not really bother me that much. You know, you could probably swing them around in a way if you really wanted to, but it would probably mess it up in the same way. But we'll straighten him out again, and we'll bring in his gun, which he can hold in two ways. He's got the peg here in his fist, gives him that. Let's straighten that arm out. And also, if you really wanted to, you could pull these apart. Oh, there we go. You can have him hold the gun in one hand, and this basically like shield in the other. You can actually, really looks better this way. Gives him a little bit of a shield or whatnot for him. You can even, if you really wanted to, use your imagination, probably use this as like a drone or something like that for him. But all in all, his robot form, I really dig it. I love the size. I love the G1 aesthetic to him. It's got, I want to zoom in a little bit on his face. Face is really cool. Nice articulation and nice sculpting there on the head. I love that. But enough on robot mode. Let's go ahead and get him into his Superion mode. Really simple to do that as well. Step one. We'll get the little head out of the way, spin that around, flip the panel down, flip it in. Next step, we want to get the arms up out of the way, because you're going to turn them this way, ratchet them down, and you want to turn in this direction. The same on this side. Bring it down, straighten it out, and you can take the fists and go ahead and push them up and back out of the way. Now, this point here, you turn these around. Oh, don't forget to, almost forgot to do this. You'll open the panel back up, fold the feet up, flip them back in. And then just basically what you're doing is you're basically turning it right back into the way it was, into the jet mode. Straighten that out. And right here in the back, you can see it kind of, how well it's going to come across there. It'll peg right back in there, and that whole peg right there. Do the same on this side. Let's get his foot. Oh, almost forgot the panel. Flip that back. Close that panel, or not close the panel back. Spin it around, ratchet it, and peg it back in. And of course I did it again. Dadgummit. Let's see if I can. There. Here I was doing it's probably not a smart way to do it really. To get the super head out, you can just pull these just a little bit and it'll pop it loose. It's better probably just to use something and pull it out there. But you just pull it out this way. To pull this panel. Well, come on. Flip this panel up. Well, wrong panel. I'm getting the whole thing. All I need is this thing. This middle section here, you can flip that up. You'll flip the head all the way up. You'll straighten these antennae out, which the antennae are rubbery, which is still everybody complains about it, but it's actually a good aesthetic for several reasons. For having little kids, they not want to poke them and everything. So, and then right back here, you'll see this little slot here. It'll back of the head, super head will peg right into it. And then you take these panels here. They'll just simply on a double ratchet or double hinge there, just fold out, peg it in. They'll just combine together, which I'm getting there. And there we go. There we have Silverbolt in his super mode, or Superion mode. Very, very cool. Very nice G1 aesthetic. You may wonder, well, why don't you put nothing on there? I am going to do that. I'm actually going to do another video, which I'll have up tomorrow, or actually the day after tomorrow, because this is going up on Wednesday, be up on Thursday, where I'm going to show off Superion in a little bit better format. But again, this is very, very cool. Nice G1 aesthetic looking Superion. The super mold head does turn. Does have some, but it is hindered a little bit by the back, by the nose cone and that back here, or the tail cone, whatever you want to call it, right there. But still, it's very nice. He does have, has the ratchets here still for his legs, for his super mode as well, which I'll probably go in more detail on this when I do the other video. But very, very cool looking. We're going to right now switch him real back to his robot form, just to end this video off of on it. We'll close these panels back up, flip this back, fold the head back down, and I always get this caught somehow. Oh, that's why, because I'm getting the antenna rubbed, flip back up. There you go. We'll bring the legs back out. Oh, excuse me. I almost forgot. When you got this guy, the legs down, you want to open these panels up for the, right here, I'll just show it off of this side. You bring these panels down, because this is where the arm combiners will combine at. We'll flip that back. So that's one little mistake I made right there. Let's get his feet back out. Flip that around. There we go. Close the panel, swing it back around. Do the same on this side. Panel, flip that around. Just flip that back up. Get his arms down. One more time. And last but not least, let's bring his head back up and out. Flip it around. And there we go. And Silverbolt back into his robot form. Now, do I recommend getting Silverbolt? Yes, absolutely. He is actually one of the two Voyager classes that come out for this wave, this guy and the Prime. I personally like Bolt, like most. I like Silverbolt a lot better than Prime. One of my next few videos I will do a review on Prime as well, so watch out for that. But very, very cool. I mean, again, I highly recommend picking him up. He goes for about 25 bucks, depending on where you get him from. But before I close this out, guys, let me end this like always. Please like, share, and comment below if you like this video. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. Also, check out a couple other websites and other shows like tfselect.com. Check them out for all your Transformer parts and figure needs. I'll post a link to that as well. Check out the Great Transmissions podcast. I'll post a link to that show, to that website as well. It's a great series. Definitely worth listening to. Also, fellow reviewer who's off the podcast, check out Cybertronian Beast. I'll post a link to his videos as well, so be sure to check him out. But, and also post links to my Twitter account and my email or account below. And on top of that, to all you transceivers out there who are people who are fans of the Transmissions podcast, we also have a get-together where a lot of us transceivers, as we're called, get together on weekends and we sit and talk and just basically talk, just hang out. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to let me know on Twitter or send me an email. We get together normally either Friday or Saturday night, roughly around 9 o'clock Central Time. Just send me a message if you want to join us on Twitter or through an email, and we'll get you squared away. But once again, guys, as Don was saying, thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you guys soon.